Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I review the latest movies and documentaries. Today, I'm going to talk about Sting movie. If you're interested in this topic, make sure to watch this video until the end and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. So the story begins with a bad woman showing Helga, who had a strange insect in her apartment. Helga was also suffering from forgetfulness. That's why she used to write everything on her wall. From there, she calls looking at the number of the helpline, and a boy comes to her house. As soon as he came, he saw that Helga's air conditioner was emitting a strange liquid-like liquid, which was also very smelly. Anyway, now he knocks on Helga's door. As soon as he opens the door, he asks her a question. There is already an emergency van outside your house. If they had come to help you, why did you call again? Where are these people? When you tell me, Helga, I have forgetfulness. I don't remember where they are. Now this boy goes inside the house to find the insect. Here, he heard scary sounds from the ceiling. He was also scared of it. He realized that whatever is here is very big and dangerous. As soon as he went to the front of the room, he saw blood there. This blood was coming from the ventilation. When he saw it, he was very shocked, because there were the corpses of those two people who had come here to help Helga. Tiger was also unaware of this. And as soon as he turned back, there was a giant, a very big spider in front of him, which attacks him before he can think of anything. After which he also dragged him into the ventilation. Helga had seen all this standing outside. She was also scared, so she came to the other room. Now because she had the disease of forgetting, as soon as she came here, she forgot everything. Worrying, she turned on the TV and started watching TV. But again, when the sound of the spider started scaring her, she called the helpline for the third time. After which the scene was cut from here. And now we will see the story of 4 days ago. How did this start? So actually, 4 days before today, a meteor from space collided with Helga's apartment. In Helga's 7th apartment, her granddaughter Charlotte lived with her mom and stepdad. And often she used to come to her grandmother's house through the ventilation pipe, because she had a lot of stuff here. And today when she came here to get her toys, she saw that Metroid here, which had a strange spider on the Metroid. Charlotte liked this spider very much. That's why she killed this spider. And then she came to her house. Charlotte's dad was a comic writer, and usually Charlotte used to help him in writing his comic stories. Even today when he is making sketches for his comic, Charlotte comes to him. She says with red color in the eyes of her comic character, that if you make your comic evil, then it will sell more. During these silly talks, we come to know that Charlotte's stepdad loves her very much. But Charlotte has never been able to give her her dad's place. Charlotte's mom often used to go to Charlotte's grandmother, that is, Helga's house, and take care of her. Because Charlotte's dad had deceived her. But not Charlotte's grandmother. She used to love her very much. Even Charlotte's dad had deceived his mom, that is, Charlotte's grandmother. Because of which her mental condition got so bad that she started forgetting everything. Anyway, now we want to show that Charlotte was watching that spider. Then a bug comes to her. Charlotte kills that bug with her own hands. And as soon as she sees this bug, that spider starts making noise. Charlotte thought that maybe this spider is hungry. Now she feeds her dead bug to the spider. Because of which the spider came out at the same time. Charlotte was surprised to see this. How can a spider eat such a big bug at the same time? And to see this, she also kills another bug coming here and feeds this spider. And Charlotte was amazed to see how this spider was eating anything and suddenly increasing its size. Meanwhile, Charlotte's stepdad, who was writing his comic story, gets a little confused. When he comes to his room to get help from Charlotte, he sees the same jar, in which the spider was written. Charlotte was in the washroom at this time. That's why he kept looking at the spider. And as soon as Charlotte came in, he told Charlotte, I have come to take your mother for my story. Charlotte says, don't worry, I will definitely help you, but I have to sleep now. After which his dad goes to his room, and these people go to sleep. But it wasn't enough for him to eat. To find a big prey, this spider gets out of this jar. Passing through the ventilation pipe, he went to another apartment, which belonged to Charlotte's stepdad's mother, that is, Charlotte's second grandmother. This spider attacks Charlotte's second grandmother's parrot. In the morning, When the grandmother saw her, she screamed loudly. Hearing this, Charlotte's dad reached his house, and there he saw that someone had killed his parrot in a very bad way. It was not even worth seeing its condition. These people were thinking that whose work could it be? Then Charlotte's grandmother tells him that it could be the work of a rat or an animal. These people call the emergency here, and the rescue officer comes and tells them that the work is of an insect whose stings, that is, whose tongue has been killed by killing it again and again. These people start spraying insects, and when it's Charlotte's turn, she refuses to spray, and clearly tells this man that I have a spider. I have kept it, so I will not be able to spray it. After he left, Charlotte got angry with this spider. She gives him some bugs to eat, and also notices that the mouth fresheners he had was scaring the spider. After everyone went to sleep at night, we see again that the spider went out of its jar, went into the room of a young lady. Looking at the spider, the lady's dog started barking. She goes to the side of her dog, and takes a picture of her family. Now the photo was seeing that a spider falls on it, which scared her. The spider had suddenly attacked her mouth. Now blood was coming out of her mouth, which scared her even more. While looking in the mirror, suddenly the spider went into her mouth. After going into her mouth, she died. In the morning, we see that Charlotte did not get permission from her mom to go to her neighbor's house, because there was a person who used to research on animals. Charlotte shows him her spider, and says that I need some information about it. Looking at the spider, this man says to Charlotte, I think this is not a spider, it is something else. Because it takes a lot of time, I want to research on this insect. Will you give it to me? Charlotte gave him her spider, and after researching on it, he found out that it was a very dangerous spider that could kill even a human. Charlotte had come to her house, where her mom and dad were talking. Suddenly someone's voice came from the ventilation. They see that there is the lady's dog, who lives with them. Charlotte's dad picks up the dog, and goes to give it back to the lady. When the lady does not open the door, Charlotte's dad has to open the door with the emergency key. He sends the dog inside, but as soon as he goes inside, the dog starts barking loudly. There were bloodstains there. Charlotte's dad was also scared. When he goes inside, he finds the lady's body, and calls the police. The police say that no human is responsible for this woman's death. Hearing this, all the people in the building were scared, and now humans were also dying. No one knew who was behind all these deaths. Now Charlotte's neighbor calls Charlotte's dad to his house, and tells him that the spider that Charlotte has is very poisonous. Please tell Charlotte to leave the spider somewhere or kill it. Hearing this, Charlotte's dad was also surprised. He asks this man if this spider can kill a human. When this man says yes, Charlotte's dad is also scared. Do you not know how dangerous it is? It can even kill humans. You can't keep it at home. Charlotte answers this very rudely, and says that you are not my dad. You can't scold me, and you can't put any restrictions on me. I know this spider is good, and I will keep it with me. This is my decision. The scene is cut, and we are shown the scene of the night. The spider that Charlotte had kept in the man's house. Charlotte brought her dead neighbor's dog to her house. This dog starts barking loudly when it sees the ventilation, as if it knows that there is a danger in this ventilation. We are shown the house of Charlotte's second grandmother, where she can't find her cat. She searches for her cat a lot, and suddenly her cat's voice comes out of the ventilation. When she goes to get her cat, the bug here suddenly attacks her. Charlotte can't even call for help. It's like she's counting her last breath. Charlotte's mom and dad were fighting in Charlotte's house. Charlotte didn't like these things at all, so she picks up her brother and takes him to her room. She also puts headphones on her ears so that she can't hear her mom and dad fighting. Here, during their fight, the big spider from the ventilation pipe had now entered their room, which attacks Charlotte's mom and dad. When Charlotte was in her room, when she couldn't hear her mom and dad for a long time, she went outside to check. Outside, she didn't find her mom and dad. Instead, she found a lot of blood in their place, which made her understand that it was all the spider's fault. She understood that if she wanted to save her mom and dad, she would have to kill the spider. She already knew this, that the mouth freshener tablet would have killed the spider. And before she could do anything, the spider takes her brother, and that little kid in front of her eyes. Now to save her whole family, Charlotte mixes a lot of mouth freshener tablets in water, and fills them in her water gun. After that, she goes into ventilation, because she knew that the spider had killed everyone in ventilation. As soon as Charlotte's dad opened his eyes, he found himself trapped in a strange web. In front of him was his mom, his son and his wife. All of them were trapped in the web, made by the web-engaged spider. Charlotte's dad tries to save his mom, but then his web breaks, and the lady falls down. Being in ventilation, Charlotte came to Helga's house, where she found her second grandmom's fallen dead body, but she still didn't find her mom and dad. She asks Helga about all this, but Helga doesn't remember anything. As soon as she came to Helga's house, she smelled mouth freshener, and realized that maybe that's why the spider hadn't killed them yet. Charlotte tells Helga to stay here, and call the helpline for help. She says that she suddenly heard her stepdad's voice, and that too from the elevator. She quickly went to the elevator, and found her dad trapped in the web. Charlotte had mouth freshener in her hand, which she quickly puts on her dad, and all of his webs break. Charlotte tells Helga that it's mouth freshener water, which can kill the spider, and break his web. They decide to save the rest of the people. When on the other side, we are shown that the rescue officer, who came to this building to save the parrot, came again to call Helga. This is the same scene that we saw at the start of the movie. As soon as he came, he saw green liquid in the air conditioner. As soon as he entered the house, the spider attacked the rescue officer. Hearing his screams, Charlotte and her dad come here. Both of them were badly injured by the spider's attack. They wanted to save this man, but then the spider came in front of them. Then Charlotte's dad puts the mouth freshener water in his hand, which scares the spider, and the spider escapes from here. The rescue officer tells them that he has a nail gun, and as soon as the spider comes in front of him, he attacks the spider with his nail gun. Then they see that blue blood was coming out of the spider. During this fierce fight, a nail gun was also placed on the fire alarm, due to which all the water sprinklers in the building turned on. It started raining water on them, due to which the water of the mouth freshener that they had put on themselves, due to which the spider was not coming close to them. All the water started to get wet. The water kept on getting wet, and taking advantage of this, the spider came there and went to pick up the rescue officer. To save his other family, Charlotte and her dad move forward, and see that Charlotte's mom and brother were put inside the garbage tunnel by the spider. To save them, they both go inside the tunnel. Charlotte's dad tries to turn on the tunnel, so that like garbage, he also falls out of the building, and Charlotte's dad tries to connect the wire of the tunnel to the spider. While connecting, he was badly electrocuted, and he fell here. It felt like he was dead. Before Charlotte could do anything for her dad, she saw that the spider came very close to her. Without wasting time, she had already pressed the button of this tunnel. After coming out of the tunnel, they come to Charlotte's dad, and see that Charlotte's dad was just unconscious. By making him conscious, he also came to consciousness. Everyone was very happy to see this. For the first time, Charlotte calls him her dad. Charlotte's dad was surprised to hear this. They all get emotional, and hug each other. He thought that now all the problems are over. Now their future lives will be fine. But they were wrong. In this installation, many spider eggs are shown, which means that the danger is not completely over yet. What was going to happen next, no one knew. With this dangerous and mysterious ending, this story ends here. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this movie and what other movies or documentaries you want me to review next. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching and see you next time.